Hey Fab Fam, I just want to come up here and say hi to everybody, check in with you all. It is the beginning of December and I just feel chatty, and you know I like catching up with you all here and there when we're not catching up on all of the stuff that has already happened. Speaking of that, let's speak about that. A lot of you, because y'all been rocking with me for years, so a lot of you already know what it is. But we also have a lot of new family members who, you know, they're little, I don't know what the word is. What are y'all? Y'all tell me what the word is. Are y'all frustrated? Are y'all annoyed? What is it? Because we're doing the journey, the road to restoration, right? Where we're putting the house back together. And that's how a lot of you found this channel, through the eviction stuff, all of that drama. And it has been said in lots and lots of comments that this stuff is old, it's a month old, it's 2 months old, it's 5 weeks old, you know, things like that. Understand, it's gonna be old. And it's gonna be old for two reasons. One, the first reason, and it's all intentional, is because I don't want to update in real time. Guys, everybody who watches this channel, they're not my friends. We don't know who may be watching, who may not mean well for me, and who could use real-time information to do some real-time damage. So we put the videos out after the fact. Remember, it is still a journey. Remember that when you watch TV, there are sitcoms that come out, there are movies that come out, there are reality TV shows that come out that have taken place months ago, sometimes even years ago. They have. And it's all good. You don't really know that because they don't broadcast the dates. Now, I have chosen to broadcast the dates because I did grapple with taking the dates away altogether, because if you don't know the date, you don't know. Like, when you see me on the camera, as far as you're concerned, it could be today, right? You don't know when something was actually filmed versus when it is aired. So I thought about that. But the problem with that for me is, with this journey, I like seeing the dates for myself and knowing the timeline of events. Like, how long will it actually take to rehab a house? How long did it take to mitigate the house? How long did it take from the day we filed eviction paperwork to the day the eviction actually happened? So I do think the dates are useful for myself and perhaps for others. And so that's why the dates are there. And you can't hold me to it that it's late. I know it's late. It's intentional, right? So I just want to explain that. And like I said, I don't understand, and please put it in the comments why it bothers people so much that something happened today and I didn't put it out on the internet today. That's not going to happen. It's just like when I travel, you're never going to see where I am in real time. You're going to see it after it's already happened, because again, the world being the world, okay? So, and then the second part is, yeah, I cannot edit that fast. I cannot. I have a whole job. I have a whole social life with the friends and family, and a whole man who doesn't even live in my same state. So a lot of time has to be taken away to tend to other things in my life, like the eviction and house restoration is not the only thing I have going on. Hello, may I have a chicken biscuit and a vanilla cold brew? And that is it.
Yes, ma'am. And you mind if I get your name?
Davis.
Yes, ma'am. Would you like any sauce today?
No, thank you.
All right. This will be $6.44 at the window. You're all set.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Yeah, so it takes me on average, like, let's say if I sat down and didn't have distractions in my own head. I distract myself, y'all. Let's say, like, if I didn't have distractions, it would take me about 2 hours to edit a normal sized video. A normal sized video for me is anywhere when I have 30 minutes or less of footage. if I have hours of footage, and a lot of times I do, especially when we're doing like vlogging, like weekly vlogs or vacation vlogs, I have all the footage. It takes me longer, and a lot of times it's because when I see an hour or more, my mind just gives up and I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. And so it takes me longer to get through that footage and put it out to get so when you think about that, if I'm working a 10 to 12 hour day at work away from my home. I cannot work on my videos when I'm at work. I cannot edit at work. I cannot do anything for YouTube when I'm at work. So when you think about 10 to 12 hours outside of the house is dedicated to my job, it leaves very little time outside of the other stuff like eating, which I do a lot of fast food and eating out because there's just not all that time in the world. Like I have to pick and choose where my time is spent. I had a conversation with my son about this. I think I'm going to insert that clip here because I don't think I used it anyway. I think I cut it.
No, did I tell you how long? Did I tell you about hours?
I know Ma was telling me that you act like you didn't have time to warm up stuff in the microwave.
Oh man, yeah, yo, I work 12 hours just like you.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? It's a different, you know what I'm saying? Once your body gets used to it, though, you know what I mean? But dang, in the beginning, 12-hour shifts. But it's different, though, because, like, my job is, like, physical, like, very physical, and you have to be consistent and fast. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I like, from 6 o'clock to 6 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yo. You know what I mean? Like, it was crazy. Like, I came home the other day. Like, what was it? Yesterday? What was it? Tuesday? Last time we worked. I came home after a 12-hour shift. It's like 6 a.m. This motherfucker's gonna say, can you drop me off at work in an hour? Come on. Like, what? In an hour? So you want me to stay up? Wait an hour and then drive you to work. I said, nigga, no. Like, nah, dog. That's not gonna happen. Like, I work for a company. I work for Kaiser Permanente. Feel me?
Look at you.
I would feel like I got that badge. Like, you can't get in, bro. Like, you try to go in out the gate. You don't got your badge. They're gonna turn you around and forbid you from coming back. And you be getting off of work and working on YouTube.
Amen, brother.
Yo, you gonna crack, yo.
Hey, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yo, that's crazy. Yo,
no, but you know what taught me how to do that is the military.
So,
because
so it's like
they take
you tap into yours.
Yeah, because well, what it is, it's not necessarily the military. It's a drill sergeant that I had where it was like, use your time, maximize your use of time. Like if you have some downtime, you can do something productive in that time. Right. And so that's what we used to do a lot. So I just kind of do that.
That's crazy, yeah, because that's kind of beyond. That's like not many people have that much energy, yo. I know I don't, for sure.
Well, me either, but see, I don't cook and stuff, so you know what I'm saying? You trade it. You know, like some people will use that time cooking and doing certain other things. I don't. I use that time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it depends on where you're spending your time.
Dang, what do I have to trade? Let me think. Okay, so 12 hours. Come on.
But you're off 3 days, right? So you make these strategic decisions on what's important to you and what you can truly get done. And so therefore, my editing happens usually anywhere between the hours of 4 in the morning and 6 in the morning. Sometimes 7 in the morning if I'm on a good roll. And then we go and get ready for work. And then we go to work. And then we stay at work till depending on what life is lifing. What am I making up? What am I trying to do? I may leave work anywhere between the hours of 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. And when I get home, I realize my mind is usually shut down. So I can get some rough stuff done as far as lining up stuff for editing, but I'm not really good when it comes to being creative. So yeah, so it can take anywhere from 2 hours just to get the editing done, and then another hour to get the semantics of it done. That means the uploading, the metadata, the thumbnail creation, the titles, the keywords, the description, the music, if we have to do any of that type of stuff. And I don't even have time to do promotion. Like, I know a lot of people say they promote on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. I don't even have time for any of that other stuff. Right now, I'm coming back from an epic vacation. Love it. Loved it. Where's my Chick-fil-A app? So for Thanksgiving, I went down to Virginia Beach and picked up my mom, and then we drove back here. And then on that Saturday, right after Thanksgiving, we took a plane to Vegas. And that was super dope because she had been pretending like she was in Vegas. Like, when my grandma had her birthday back in May, we all did videos from her, and my mom kept making her video, but she was pretending like she was in Vegas, like, hey Ma, I'm in Vegas right now, I'll see you when I get back, blah blah blah. I'm all about making a dream come true, y'all. I'm all about speaking things into existence and watching it happen. So when she said that, I mean, it inspired me to say, let's make this happen. Let's go to Vegas. And then Jay was inspired because we wanted to take our moms on a trip. So he took his mother and I took my mother. And then it also coincided with an IT conference that was taking place in Vegas anyway. So it was just perfect because while I was in Vegas, and then my friend Corinne and her girlfriend Carla happened to be in Vegas for a wedding the same time. So while I'm in the IT conference, they were able, like my mom, like all of them were able to hang out and keep each other company while I did my thing. And then I would come back and then hang out with them. So it was just really perfect. I loved it. And my friend Brooke and her boyfriend was supposed to come down, and then a tragic event happened in their lives, in my friend Brooke's life, and so she had to cancel her plans and make other arrangements. And so my heart and my prayers go out to her and her family, like, for real. Whew, y'all. This is what I'm saying. Like, we can't take nothing for granted. We know this. We already know this. We can't take our health for granted. We can't take our safety for granted. We can't take our good fortune for granted. Our whatever blessings you have, count them, count them, count them. Because none of it can be taken for granted, and none of it is promised, and none of it is owed to you. Like, you know, even when we think about the house situation, it's like, I can have the best intentions in the world. I can make the best plans in the world. But it doesn't mean that everything working out is my birthright. It doesn't. What it means is that things are going to be what things are going to be. And what I have a right to is peace of mind. That's what I have a right to. Peace of mind, perspective, knowing that God has me, knowing that God has you, and feel your feelings, because feelings are real. Feel your feelings. Don't suppress them. Don't stuff them down. Don't try to say, well, I got to be positive, so let me fake the funk. Don't do that, because that's not good. Because what happens is resentment stores up, anger stores up, fear, worry, things store up in your body, in your system, and they will manifest even if you choose not to acknowledge it. So I say feel your feelings, but more importantly, work through those feelings, because you shouldn't have the same feelings today that you had a month ago, that you had a year ago. That should not still be your story. You should be working in the direction toward healing, in the direction toward better. And that's what I think. I think, like, even with this situation with the eviction, I can't sit here and still feel like I'm so angry, I'm so mad. If I was making videos and every time I made a video I watched it and it put me back in my feelings, that's not healthy. That's not a good thing. You gotta do what serves you. I can make the videos and put the videos out for you guys to see and hopefully learn from and hopefully take the bounce from, because I am well. I am at peace. I'm good. And then I recognize my blessings every day. It keeps getting better. It keeps getting better. So that's what that is right there. And so if anytime my videos trigger you, bother you, upset you, I invite you to just not watch, because life should not be about that. Now, I do get it. Some people like being bothered and some people like being upset. They do. I don't know. I don't know. I recognize it. I do know. I just don't have the words for it right now, because there was a point in my life where sometimes I used to like feeling sorry for myself. You know, something would happen and then I would play the fantasy over and over and make myself feel bad. And it's like, why am I doing this? But it's like, I don't know, but we're going to just keep doing it. We're going to just keep going down this path. So I do get it. But we have to work toward doing something different, because that's not healthy. It's not. You know, our thoughts create our worlds. They create our realities. They create what appears in our reality, in the physical, you know. So yeah, I don't ever want to put anybody in a bad spot. I don't, just because I'm putting videos out and maybe you want to support me, so you make yourself or force yourself to watch it, but it bothers you. Don't do that to yourself, loves. Do not do that to yourselves. I would not do that to myself. There are some people I like and I support their YouTube channels, but sometimes they may have a video that comes out that I find I'm not ready for, or it triggers me for some reason, and I just say, you know what, I don't have to watch everything. I don't, and I'm gonna choose not to watch this because it doesn't feel good for me. So yeah, but that's basically, I believe that's what it is. I'm going to work now. It's almost time for my 10 o'clock. This morning I spent a lot of time doing my timesheets and my expense reports, because with this conference I get to expense a lot of things. I get to expense my hotel. I get to expense my flight, my airport parking, my meals, which is per diem, my Uber, like to and from the conference, like to and from the airport, actually. I think that's it. So with the expenses just came a lot of receipts I had to submit, a lot of detailed ways that it has to be done, but I got it done, and I'm happy about that, because y'all, I am the whole queen of procrastination in some areas. And now that we're back from Vegas, we also have to get back on this house. I have appointments and meetings that need to be set up with the builders. They try to set it up earlier, but of course I was gone for a whole week, so that was put on hold. So they said they're going to call me, you know, today to set up something in the book so that we can do our in-person walkthroughs and everything. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, that's where we're at, y'all. That's where we're at. Oh man, I gotta do my year-end reports. I know I have a lot of things at work to do. I'm working in Catalan. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with that, for test automation. So I'm working in that, but I'm doing more API calls than actual physical web-driven testing. So yeah, for those of you who know that language and understand all of that, that's where we're at with that. And then they want some stuff done that I don't think can be done. Like for instance, I'm working in virtual environments where I have to do a lot of logging in, a lot of passwords, a lot of this, a lot of that. I don't think I can do that with Catalan. I don't think I can get into the virtual boxes, the virtual environments. I don't think I can develop automated tests to actually do that. Don't think I can, because these things gotta go through different firewalls and different things like that. I don't even know. I asked a bunch of people at work if they thought it could be done. So far the answers are no. They don't think it can be done. But this is what you got to know. all of us, developers, everybody, we're all pretty new to Catalan. Like none of us have had professional training in this thing. All of us are self-taught. So to ask somebody is really like, we're little bits of the blind leading the blind, where some of us are not as blind as some of the other ones. And that's what it is. Yeah. Fun stuff. That's all I have, guys. How was y'all's week? Oh, that's the other thing. My life, I feel, is so fast. Like, so much happens in a week. So much happens in a day for me that, and then I always want to film everything and record all the things. And that's why I just have way too much footage that I can get through. If you go to my other channel, Sitting in the Tree, guys, we're way back there on that channel. But my hope is that my personality, my story, my journey, my examples are entertaining enough or interesting enough that you want to follow it and support me anyway, even though you know that this is meanwhile back in this time, meanwhile back in that time. I have a friend calling. Let me go ahead and talk to her. All right, bye, y'all. Hey girl, hey, hold on, let me close out real quick. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe if you're not a member of the Fast Family, and talk to me in the comments below. I will meet you there, and I will see you in the next video.